Mr. Nutlin, would you lead us in a flag salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sunshine Law Statement. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met for this meeting of the Board of Education of the Borough of Oradell. Notice of this meeting was filed with the Record and Town News and all persons requesting such notice. Mrs. Norian, would you read the mission statement?
Yes, the Oradell Public School District is dedicated to the ongoing pursuit of educational excellence through comprehensive, innovative curriculum and instruction. The district is committed to providing opportunities for social, emotional, and academic discovery to foster curiosity, courage, and character. Our goal is to prepare our students to become lifelong learners who are self-directed, resilient, productive, responsible citizens.
Thank you. Roll call.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco.
Here.
Mr. Darian.
Here.
Mrs. Downey.
Here.
Mrs. Moran will not be here. Mr. Nutlin.
Here.
Mrs. Walker will not be joining us, nor will Mr. Walsh. Mrs. Norian.
Here.
Mrs. Nichols.
Here. We'll skip right to the superintendent's report as we have no public here with us this evening.
Good evening. We are officially at the exact midpoint of the summer. Our summer explorations program and extended school year programs have completed. A special shout out to the staff that brought those programs to life this year. Over 200 students took part in the academic, physical, and enrichment classes, which included this year fashion design, chemistry, many arts and crafts classes, including the ever popular story time with Model Magic. It was a wonderful program, and I actually believe one of our most well-run programs ever. As you can tell looking at tonight's agenda, our administration has also been very busy ensuring we are staffed for the 25-26 school year. Their efforts have been nothing short of extraordinary. We will be bringing on 5 new tenure track hires and 4 leave replacements for the 25-26 school year. Where other people are struggling to find staff, we continue to drive ourselves to find the very best. Together, the staff members that will be joining us next year have 96 years of experience in education to bring to OPS. Where many people in the summer find themselves just interviewing, we don't just interview. We continue to do demonstration lessons. We pull students from the rec program. We email families home to ask them to bring students in to make sure that we are not just seeing a teacher one-to-one with another adult. We are also seeing them interact. Our protocol always has been that we accept resumes. We as a team look through those resumes to pick the ones we want to interview. Our next step is an in-person interview with a panel. The demonstration lesson then happens. After the demonstration lesson, an administrator actually speaks to students before they even speak again to the staff member. They ask students what they think. They ask students to give the staff member a glow and a grow, and once again, our students shine in that area. And then we interview a staff member again. Once we have a finalist, they come to me and they have a final interview. And again, I am incredibly pleased with the group that we will be bringing on for 25-26. On the agenda this evening, you will see the submission of the 24-25 school data submission, which is A3. This is a compilation of the data that I shared with you in January about the first half of the year with the second half of the year. So there were 10 total incidents at OPS, and that included 4 unfounded HIB incidents, 1 founded HIB incident, and 5 other incidents that led to removal from school. This is either an in-school or an out-of-school suspension. There were 10 incidents of restraint, 10 HIB training programs that included staff, students, and families, and 11 school culture programs. Tomorrow, after you vote on that, it will be submitted to the state. You will also see on there, under A2, the 25-26 virtual remote instruction plan. Many people equate this with COVID, but this actual instruction plan started all the way back during the swine flu, and we are just mandated by law to have a plan in place in case we did have to move to remote instruction. Our plan has remained the same over the past several years. Finally, I know Mr. Iapelli will speak more about the buildings and grounds, but I'm happy to say that we are moving quite quickly along with our cleaning. The entire second floor has already been cleaned, and we are moving to the first floor. You will see that the first grade hallway has also been emptied out. So we are well on schedule to open up with a clean, sparkly, shiny new building for 25-26, and that concludes my report.
Any questions? I have a question. The submission of school safety data, is this the format we normally get it in? Is this how it normally is on the agenda? I just don't remember.
Yes,
Okay, so 10 total incidents. So the 5 that led to removal from school were not HIV, technically?
correct.
Okay.
We do have to label them as either other, sometimes it's a threat, and sometimes it is simple assault, dependent on the actual incident that led to it.
Okay, so that's not really, this has nothing to do with HIV, this is just total incidents in school. Okay, that's why I was confused. Any other questions? Business Administrator's report?
Yes, I'd like to just update you. We had, today, we actually had inspections on the units for the Oradell project. All of the units were inspected except the inspectors from Oradell came here today, except for 103, because that's room 103. They're getting a clarification on a structural issue that was exposed after the unit was removed. So we're waiting for land on that. But other than that, everything is on schedule with regards to the installation of the units. Also, there was a email sent to us, and I think Mr. Del Greco might speak to this regarding the Little League and soil that they would like to place. I met with Mr. Breyer, Mr. Del Greco, about remediating that infield and bringing in soil. So I think that's going to need a B&G meeting to discuss because it's quite a lot of soil, and I have a proposal. I just received it, so I just wanted to bring that to your attention because I'm sure they'll be asking, you know, what's our stance. So I think if we have a sooner meeting, the better.
When are they looking to do it?
I think they're looking to do it as soon as possible. They're waiting, you know, to see what the board wants to do with that.
I think due to the amount of soil they want to bring in, 2 truckloads for the infield, pitch it, they want to do a whole bunch of stuff to it. They were trying to do it before school started, so there's a window now between now and whenever school starts because of the trucks.
And it also would be, because on Tuesday, they are coming to reseal the court, basketball court. So I was saying not to come that way. They would have to remove the fencing, like when they brought the dumpster in for the roof work. And any sort of, if they do any sort of damage to the newly laid, you know, grass, they're going to have to remediate that. They're going to have to fix that, and they're going to have to take precautions because that's the only way they're going to get this. I forget how many tons of soil it is, but it's a sizable amount. This isn't like a couple of wheelbarrows.
Well, my question would be is, I mean, how many yards? Because it's usually measured in yards. Are we looking 20 yards? Are we looking 40 yards? And does that include removing? Because if you're mitigating a field, you are usually left with what's on top, and that's usually sand. The clay washes away after a while, and you're left with sand. Sand has to be removed because it will always come up to the top. So this issue, and trust me, I'm all for, part of getting the grass in the right space was for our students here and to get that field to be in a nice playable situation. But I'm worried about, the truck coming through the grass that's, we're working hard to get going. You know, that.
I think that's where the B&G would come in because we just received the proposal.
Okay.
And then I was going to send it to B&G, get an idea. You have any other questions, even if we bring in Mr. Breyer, if you want to speak with him?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
The contractor seems to be a local contractor within Bergen County. So
No,
we could get,
and I appreciate that they're looking to maintain and make that field even, you know, more playable. So I applaud their efforts. I just want to make sure that we can do this in a way that's going to maintain the integrity of the work that we've done, but also not create more of a problem down the line by not removing the sand.
Yeah, so just how this came about, I was just happened to be around dropping off. Mr. Breyer's like, hey, do you have a minute? Sure. So we started talking. I emailed Mr. Ipel, like, if you happen to have a minute, can you come to the field, right? Because I can't speak for the board nor the B&G committee. So Mr. Ipel, he's like, I happen to be here. He came over. And the plan basically is to answer Mr. Nutland's question, 50 tons, which is 2 truckloads of soil that come in infield. So the way the
Wait,
infield...
soil?
Clay for the infield.
Clay, okay.
So what they want to do, they're not removing. What they're doing is they are going to take the weeds out in the infield. They want to then till, mix in the new with the old.
Okay.
They're going to laser level the whole thing to pitch properly. There is a question, and that's up to B&G or Mr. Ipelli, of taking the first and third baselines. There's mounded dirt over time with soil.
Yep.
They're willing to either make it flat and sod it, or they could take it out and make that clay infield, right, as part of the infield to make it, for the kids,
Right.
safer. There's a significant lip from
Oh,
the
yeah.
infield into the outfield, so they would cut it professionally, and they would then make a gradual to the outfield, so there's not a hazard when the ball comes up and out.
Yeah.
Again, this is all stuff that, hey, do you have a minute? I said, you have to talk to Mr. Ipelli about this. I was just a conduit to Mr. Ipelli. We do need to sit in B&G to talk about this because, again, they want to invest in our field. It's a significant investment that Little League is paying for, right? But with the basketball court and what investments we've made, we just got to make sure that we protect our property and
Great.
Everything's
I look forward
been-
to that B&G.
And just so you know, we are having issues with controlling the temperatures in the building in certain locations. So when we are having our HVAC contractor, we tried to reset the units today, and the reset seemed to work, but it didn't hold, and we're right back to where we started. So I also called ATC, our control company, and told them the issue that we're too cold. And she thought it was a joke because they have many clients where they have no air conditioning. So I tried to say, well, you got to just put us on the list, and we're on the list for them to come out and take a look at it. But they were going to have our local contractor come to see if it's a mechanical issue or is it the BMS, building management issue, a control issue. So trying to resolve it because no matter what you set the temperature to, the air is coming out significantly colder. And not sure why. And that concludes my report.
Just a question, any word from PSE&G or anything on the rooftop?
So I spoke with him last week. He said that there are 2 programs. There's a public and a private. So the private now is the wheels are in motion, he said. They've released the program, and they're starting to get things going on the private side.
You mean private schools?
Private sector. It was also open to buildings, different companies were able to access
Private?
this. So he said that side is already opened up, so he thinks it should be relatively short period of time for the public side. And one other thing is that I was talking to our architect. He thought he was able to bring some more districts to the person at that's the coordinator for this PSE&G direct install, and they said, no, we're done. Like, everybody, if you're not in now, you're not in. So we're at
Good
least,
job.
So we're at least in. We're just trying to figure out when, but he knows, and the guy's just as frustrated as we are because he's trying to get information, but he assured me that we are in the system, and just so you know, like, other people have already been, closed out, so
Okay, good.
that concludes.
Mr. Iapelli, what was the structural issue that they ran into when they were installing that HVAC?
When they opened the wall, they noticed that there is sort of a beam, a concrete beam, and there's some brickwork that is gone from the wall, that crumbled away. So they're not sure how long that's been like that, and is it an issue? So Lan the contract manager, he saw it, he notified their structural engineer, he came here on Monday. So they're coming to take a look and decide, does something need to be done, or can they leave it? So before they put everything back.
Oh, thank you.
I have a question.
Mr. Darian?
Yeah, so, Peter, you mentioned the Airedales. What was the estimated completion date for that?
It's mid-August, they started at,
Mid-August?
yeah, with the initial timeline, that didn't seem to be attainable, so it's mid-August, but they're moving right along. I mean, they already did the final inspection, so that was good.
It's just that, we have 12, right? Being
8,
8?
8,
Okay, so that's 8 classrooms that
8 classrooms.
you're going to have to wrap up real quick
Right.
before September.
Right, and then those 8 classrooms also, those are 8 window units we could take out if we have
Yeah,
some issues anywhere else with some of those window units, so we could
yeah, they're
repurpose
cranking,
them.
yeah.
Anything else? Mr. Yeah.
One other question with that structural, is it to a point where, is there a risk that we can't use that classroom by the time school starts because of anything in the wall?
That I don't know.
Okay.
They never said anything that there was an issue from that standpoint. It's just that when they put the unit back, if there's something needed to be taken care of, it needs to be taken care of now as opposed to when.
course.
There's
Yeah.
a section of concrete block, and then there's a section of brick. And between the two, when they made the opening for the vent, they put a lintel right there. And the lintel is kind of looking, it's steel, but it's not very thick.
Yeah.
And there's space above the lintel.
Okay.
And they don't know if it was settling. It doesn't look like they just did a really good job because it was all covered over. So, I mean, they can just go in with some mortar and mortar it up.
Oh, so it's more superficial than anything. We have the steel lintel underneath it to hold it.
Yeah, there's just a gap.
Okay.
And, did the gap happen because of settling? I doubt it. But it really should be cleaned up first. The masonry should be cleaned up first before they cover it back up with the box that goes around the Airedale.
And that was pre-existing before they did the work, right? It's not like they were removing and something fell
It
out?
looks like when they chopped a hole in the brick wall, in the concrete wall, when they put in the first Airedale, they did a cheesy job.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Iapelli. Moving to minutes, we have the review of May 21st, June 11th, and 25th, and July 9th. Any questions or comments, please email Mr. Iapelli. And Mr. Iapelli, for the minutes, can you just take out the roll call line? Moving to committee reports, administrative, Mrs. Norian, would you take that?
Yes, I'd like to present item A1, 2, and 3.
Do I have a second?
A second.
By Mr. Del Greco, any questions? Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey,
Yes.
Mr. Nutlin,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Del Greco, and can I just say something before you go? This came up in our policy meeting, actually. When you make the motion for B1, I would like to amend it to be TBD for number 3. So when you make the motion, just have it with that amended, so turn it over to you. This is for rec, and I don't want them assuming there was no charge, and even though Ms. Bogus is going to include it in the entire rec thing, I don't want them to be able to come back to a agenda or minutes that say not applicable charge for them, because, would you like to explain why we have this additional one? Somebody came and used our,
This was a last-minute addition. The rec program, in conjunction with the Oradell Police Department, will be doing a bike safety thing. So originally, it wasn't just the rec program, it was just the rec program. It would have fallen under rec camp. But since the Oradell PBA has advertised it to the entire community, I felt it needed to be an extra item on the agenda.
so I want it to be TBD, because there's a
Yep.
charge.
Thank you.
So I just want to make sure I know what I'm voting on here. Item number 3 is a TBD
Yeah,
for the amount?
yeah.
Okay,
It's not applicable, because there is a charge.
okay. I thought you were referring to it as B3, like you're going to vote
sorry.
separately.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, okay.
Yeah, so there's buildings and grounds, I'd like to, first, before I bring up B1, I think we also, in light of the discussions for the Little League, right, we do need to have a meeting, and I would assume hopefully sometime in the next week or two, so we can provide enough time to have softball say yes to their proposal and start that work. But in the meanwhile, I'd like to bring up B1, and as Ms. Nichols-Watson stated, I guess the number 3 on B1.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Darian. Any questions? Call the question?
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco.
Yes.
Mr. Darian.
Yes.
Mrs. Downey.
Yes.
Mr. Nutland.
Yes.
Mrs. Norian.
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. Curriculum, Mrs. Norian?
We have not yet had a meeting. We should have some curriculum things in the works at this point, so I'm guessing we do need to have one. Just let me know when that's a good time for you, and we'll work around it.
Finance, Mr. Darian?
Yes, we have not had a Finance and Technology Subcommittee meeting in quite a while. I have an outstanding request now since last Wednesday, last May. Generally to review the 24-25 budget and the now just completed explorations program. We need to review those financials, as well as just discuss any finance or technology items moving forward. So I'm hoping to schedule one soon, and that's all I have to report. My notes, my committee notes. And for tonight, we have items D1. I'd like to introduce D1 through D7.
I'll second it.
Second by Mrs. Norian. Any questions?
I have a question.
Mr., who had the question? Oh,
Yeah, then D7. Mr. Iapelli, can you remind us, make sure I got the right one. Patman Plumbing, Heating, and AC. What project is that?
That was the exhaust fan.
Exhaust fans,
So
thank you.
they
That's-
just were slow, dragging their feet, filling out the last bits of paperwork. I guess they were just too busy and didn't.
Yeah,
So they finally sent everything into Land signed off.
That's from
We
last
have all
year.
the documents, everything we need, so that's why. So
It's-
that project's been done quite a while ago, it's just that haven't made the final payment because they were just, the last closeout documents, they just didn't get them all in at the right time and speed, so they
So-
waited till everything was
so
there.
this comes out of this year's budget, or it comes out of last year's appropriations? How does that work?
No, that's in our 24-25 budget.
Is it?
So it's getting charged to that.
Okay.
So that's the other thing, I'll just let you know, that the budget, pretty much everything I have now, we are pretty much closed out, and we'll know it next week, have a very good idea as how much money is available. Because I've worked to close everything out. We're going to have certain items carry over, the largest being the Airedale project.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything's closed out, and we'll know where we stand from a surplus standpoint.
Okay.
Mr. Del Greco?
Just a quick question, D6, so that TBD in red, that's just anticipating another student.
We had the contracts, we have the contracts. I did not have the student's identification
Okay.
number, so I put the TBD in because I wanted to get the contract signed and the purchase orders out. The person who needed to tell me the number, she wasn't in, so
Thank you.
that's what that means.
Any other questions? Call the question?
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco.
Yes.
Mr. Darian.
Yes.
Mrs. Downey.
Yes.
Mr. Nutland.
Yes.
Mrs. Norian.
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. No delegate report in the summer, I believe.
No.
Personnel, Mrs. Walker's not here. Mrs. Norian, would you like to take that?
Yes, I'd like to present personnel F1.
I have a question.
Do I have a second?
First,
Hold on, let
second.
me get a
I'll
second.
second.
Second by Mr. Darian. Mr. Nutland?
I have a question about this. I would like to make a motion to go into closed session.
Do I have a second?
Well,
I'm fine with that. I'll make a second.
Second by Mr. Darian. Roll call?
To go into executive session, right?
Yep.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey,
Yes.
Mr. Nutland,
Yes.
Mrs. Norian,
yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. We'll be back. I need a motion to come out of closed session from someone.
I'll make a
Motion.
motion. Yep, go ahead, sorry.
Motion to open up, end closed session.
A second?
Second by Mr. Del Greco. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
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 Chris, James, Del Greco. Okay, so Mrs. Norian, you want to make your motion on, again, we'll go again. Well, Mrs. Norian made a notion,
The
a
motion's
motion on,
already on the floor, so.
and
it didn't
seconded
go
by
away.
Mr. Darian. Are there any questions on F1?
Are we talking about personnel?
Yes.
Yes.
Any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yep.
So, when are we notifying the part-time aides of renewal? I noticed when I was going through, all these groups are included, but there's no part-time aides. When do they get notified?
The part-time aides will be they've been notified if they're being rehired.
Are they?
Yes, they need to know before June 30th, otherwise they could apply for unemployment. So
Okay.
the part-time aides have been notified, they have not been put back on the agenda yet, because the next time we put them on, we do like to put, are they special ed, general ed? So we'll know their position in the building.
Okay. So they know, the ones who were coming, who were here before, and they're going to review, it's just that for administrative reasons, because you don't know which position they're going to be in?
You know, because they were on the June 23rd agenda,
They were?
but they'll go on again with a new salary. I'm not sure when they were on the June 23rd agenda. They were on with the salary that's
Right, before
aligned
the
with the
guide.
25, 26 agenda, contract.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Call the question.
On the roll, Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey,
Yes.
Mr. Nutley,
Abstain.
Mrs. Norian,
Yes.
Mrs. Nichols.
Yes. Policy, Mr. Nutlin?
Yes, we, we had a policy meeting today. Some of the topics that we've talked about is the visitor policy, conduct and dress code, grants, gifts and bequests, usage of facilities, orientation bylaws, and administering medication updates. And we're also looking into a policy to help with understanding AI and safeguards against, AI to our students and to our teachers. So that's what we discussed today.
Any questions? Public Relations, Mrs. Downey? No public is here. Old or new business? We did have a lovely parade, another successful parade. Thank you, Mr. Darian, for washing the truck. Did you put in your receipt?
No, I didn't, but,
Put it in.
yeah.
I owe you your shirt. I keep forgetting to bring you your shirt back.
Ah, that's right, you can
I'm
have
gonna
it.
have to just bring it to your house. I'm gonna forget.
Any old or new business? Anything? We do need to go into a closed session, so Mrs. Norian, would you like to make the motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we go into a closed session.
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Darian. Oh,
Del
Mr.
Greco.
Del
I just
Greco.
sounded like Mr. Darian.
You did. Yeah. Roll call?
Mr. Del Greco,
Yes.
Mr. Darian,
Yes.
Mrs. Downey, Mr. Nutley,
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, we will not be coming back and taking any action.